Everyone, so I just wanted to come on and just go through some questions that I actually get asked quite often with regards to the diet and being on plan and when you start the diet. So I'm just going to go through some questions that people have sent in to me and just hopefully answer some of those and clear it up and just make people feel generally a little bit more relaxed and a bit better and a bit more positive about their journey. So the first one is obviously, how does this diet differ from other diets? Well, the main thing about this diet is that you get a one-to-one consultant. There is no other diet where you get that. You will have your products given to you, you will have a weekly consultation, and you will also have daily one-to-one support from me as your consultant to help you stay on track. And we will talk ongoingly about how you're getting on, monitor your progress and celebrate your successes together, and we will just work together every single day to make sure you get to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. Another thing I often get asked is, what are the products like? Now, honestly, I absolutely love the products. They are brilliant, and I still use them now to help me with my maintenance as well. A bit like anything, it's like all food and all products. There are going to be things that you like, there's going to be things that you don't like. We all have different flavours we like, different textures that we like. So there is going to be some things that you probably don't like, but there's also definitely going to be some things that you really do like. And honestly, you probably get to a point where you actually can't live without those products anymore. You are definitely going to get all of the nutrients and vitamins and minerals and everything that you need from those products. So each one is approximately 200 calories, and they contain a third of your recommended daily allowance of those things. So you are going to get so much goodness from them. And honestly, I can't even explain to you how good they make you feel. After a couple of days on plan, you will have so much more energy, you will be buzzing, and you will just feel so good. That bloat feeling and the sluggishness and that horrible feeling that we get when we're feeling like we've overeaten just completely disappears, and it just makes you feel amazing. Another question that I get asked a lot is, how much water do I need to drink? And this is so vital to your weight loss. Drinking water is obviously really important for your health anyway. We recommend that you drink 3 litres of water per day. And at first, a lot of people go, oh, I don't actually drink any water at the moment. And it does seem like a big amount when you first start, but honestly, your body gets used to it. So you may start off with a lot of trips to the toilet. However, your body does adjust, and eventually you'll get to a point where you could potentially drink some more water than that. Or if you have a day where you don't drink as much water, actually your body will miss that water and crave it, and you will need that water to rehydrate your body. We also have lots of really tasty water flavourings. The raspberry one is my absolute favourite. I could literally drink it all day long. And they are really good and really help if you struggle with just plain water by itself. So we have got other options there. We also have a golden veg one. So I know lots of people prefer to have hot drinks or hot water, and that one is really, really good and actually feels a little bit like you're having soup. So kind of makes you feel like you're having an extra product as well, which is really lovely and definitely helps to keep you on track. Another thing, and this one is really important to me as well, is people say, will I feel hungry? And I remember before I started on plan, I remember actually turning around to my partner and saying to him, I don't know if I can do it, because food's what makes me happy. And if I don't have that food, I'm going to end up really hungry and I'm going to be miserable and you won't want to be around me. And I honestly, genuinely believed that that would be the case. But doing this diet completely changed my outlook on that. I actually realised that it wasn't the food that was making me happy, it was actually feeling good about myself that made me happy. And eventually that feeling overtook the hunger and whatever else. The first few days on plan can be the toughest few days. So I would say, personally for me, day 1 to 3 is always the hardest. By day 4, you just have this like new lease of life and you just feel amazing. And honestly, the difference is just incredible. Yeah, so there will still be times when you feel hungry, but the important thing is to talk to your consultant, if you're one of my clients, to talk to me about overcoming those periods during your day. So if you know that there are set times of the day that you know you're going to struggle, you know you're going to be tempted by something, you know you're going to need that extra little bit of support just to get you through that next hour, that's where having that one-to-one consultant is so important, because we can help you to get through those tough times. And focusing on your why and your goals And as you start to lose the weight and achieve those things as you go along, you won't care anymore about being hungry, because you will be so focused on meeting your next milestone. It's just enough to drive you forwards and just get past those feelings. Another thing a lot of people ask me is whether they need to sign up for a set amount of weeks. So I know sometimes with weight loss programs there's a sign up fee, or you have to commit to a certain amount of weeks. I don't have a sign up fee, and you do not have to commit to a certain amount of weeks. However, to get the best results, you need to commit to the plan. And that is the bottom line of it, to be honest with you. I will be in contact with you daily as your consultant. And the best way to get the best results is to engage in those messages. It's to reply to them. It's to take all of the tips that I give you. It's to read the things that I sent you. It's to let me know how your day's going. I absolutely love it when I have clients who just text me and just say, oh, this has happened today, this has happened. Even if it's bad, we need to know, and you need to talk to your consultant. So that is one of the most important things to help you to stay on track. So whilst there is no sign up fees or no set amount of time that you need to follow a certain step, we will manage that as you go along. People say to me they want to start on step 1, but they don't think they can do it for very long. So how many weeks do they have to do it for? That completely depends on you, your medical conditions, what your BMI is, and where you're at within your journey. And we can tailor that and we can adapt that as we go along. So I think one of the most important things to remember is that I've been there and I've done it. And actually, in all honesty, it took me 2 attempts. The first time I was not ready to do it and I ended up giving up. And I wish I hadn't, but it wasn't the right time for me. The second time, I was so focused on losing that weight. I stayed on track 100%, and I did every single thing that I could to make sure I achieved my goals. And guess what? I did it. And my consultant supported me every single step of the way. And that is something that I take forwards, and I really, really want to get across to my clients, is that communication is absolutely key for you to stay on track. Disappearing off, there's just no point. You are not going to achieve anything by not talking to me. As horrible as that may sound, and as much as sometimes you may want to just go and hide away and think, oh, what's she gonna say? What if I've eaten this, or if I've done that? What's she gonna say? Trust me, I've been there, and tomorrow is always a new day, and we can deal with it. We deal with it together. We get past it. We move on, and we start again. Lots of people also ask how much it costs. Obviously, people need to know that before they're starting a diet, and it is very important. And along with the how much does it cost, sometimes the response can be, oh, it's too expensive for me. That's absolutely fine. To be completely honest, I think personally, if you feel like it's too expensive for you, that kind of means that you're not really ready to actually make those changes. Obviously there's exceptions to that, and I completely understand that, and I appreciate it. It's a difficult time for people. However, if it is a priority to you, you will make sure that you do it. And it is hard to take that leap, but it is so, so important that you do it. And I think I often say to people, okay, go away and just add up how much you eat, how much you spend on what you eat across a week. And honestly, I think if you're turning around and telling me that you can afford a takeaway, then you can definitely afford my products. I do my product pricing by step. So within the price of the step, you get my one-to-one support and you get your products each week. So the cost of it will vary depending on which step you choose. But yeah, the bottom line of it is that if you're ready to do it, you will be able to afford it. Another thing that comes up quite a lot is, can I have a cheat meal? So a bit of a controversial topic there, and I know a lot of people like to think that if they're really good all week, then they can have a cheat meal and they can treat themselves at the weekend. My advice on this is don't do it, because what is the point? Why are you going to pay that money? Why are you going to commit to doing something and then cheat on it? It's not going to work. Okay, you may have lost half a stone this week, and then you think, okay, I'm going to celebrate and I'm going to treat myself, I'm going to have a pizza. You are then going to spend the next few days losing that weight and getting rid of the bloat and going through that whole process again and getting your body back into that feeling of feeling nice. It's going to take you until at least Wednesday to start feeling good again. it's self-sabotage, and it is just absolutely pointless. So as brutal as that sounds, it is the best thing is to not cheat. And that is where my role as a consultant really comes in. So the best thing to do is to talk to your consultant. We all have special occasions that come up. We all have birthdays. We all have things that we want to attend, and that things we want to celebrate. And there may be things there that we might want to eat as part of those celebrations. We are human too, and we have those same things. We understand. So the most important thing is that you can actually talk to your consultant, and I encourage my clients to talk to me about what is going on in their weekend. What are they putting in place to overcome those things? Because we can always adjust the plan, we can tailor it, we can fit it around you. There's the option to step up if you are going out for a meal, so you could step up to a higher step rather than completely write it off, have a massive blowout and completely sabotage your weight loss that week. Talk to your consultant, and I really try and encourage my clients to do that. Like I've been saying the whole way through this video, communication is absolutely key. And then I think the final question that I just wanted to talk about, that a lot of people ask me about, is it's more of a worry, I think, is actually what happens when you reach your goal weight. So this was a big thing for me as well, and it is still a big thing for me, and I feel really passionately about this because I still am in contact with my consultant. I speak to her on a regular basis. We are actually very good friends now, but that aside, she still helps me with my maintenance, and it's so important to have that accountability to somebody. When you've been through that process, yes, it's exciting. Yes, you've achieved what you want to achieve, but there was no point in doing it if you are then not going to maintain it. I offer all of my clients a monthly weigh-in. I offer them the opportunity to contact me as and whenever they need to throughout a month, and I set them up with all of the tools that they need to be able to maintain their weight. The other thing that we do is we come up with an agreed amount of pounds that we're going to allow ourselves either side of our goal weight. So if we start to see those pounds creeping up, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to put in place to try and stop that? Okay, so it's so important that people understand that and they are confident going into their maintenance, because actually sometimes the maintenance can be as hard and as scary as the actual journey in the first place. So my job, it does not stop as soon as you reach your goal weight. I want to help you to maintain it, to lead a healthier life and to be happier in the future.